Hi, my name's Mark, and this is the love of my life, Aja. After retiring from the Army in 2018, my family and I moved from the States to my wife's hometown of Szczecin, Poland. She followed me around for 18 years, so now it's only fair that I do the same for her. She runs a Polish cooking food channel and blog, and I lift the heavy things. Once in a while, she shuts down the kitchen, and we explore Poland together to find as much good food as we can. Welcome to Kitchens Closed.
Welcome to Poland on a beautiful fall afternoon, morning.
It's gorgeous in Europe in the winter fall. Ooh, you're stirring the tea with your, what is that?
Rosemary.
Oh, rosemary is dangerous.
Rosemary.
Rosemary. Or is it rosemary?
Hello, my hungry friends.
Hi.
It's Friday and Kitchen's Closed.
Sure is. Today on Kitchens Closed, we're downtown Szczecin at one of our favorite little cafes. We have videoed here before, but we didn't tell you about it. It's called DeVibez, or DeVibez. DeVibez or DeVibez?
It's DeVibez. They recently changed their name.
DeVibez.
So this cafe is just right in the city center of Szczecin on the corner of Wojska Polskiego and Jagiellońska, and it's
Jagiellońska goes like this, and Wojska Polskiego goes like this.
And it's a very nice and cozy cafe. They serve, but they have a full kitchen. They serve breakfast, lunch, and they serve dinner as well. Some burgers and pastas.
Big is.
It's a very nice place to come and hang out and just chill. And
it's locally owned.
It's locally owned.
It's not a chain place.
Yeah, it's locally owned by these wonderful people. They are always smiling and welcoming, and we are always glad to come and...
Which can be a rarity in Europe.
Yeah.
To have smiling service.
We appreciate their business.
We do. Or they appreciate our business?
They appreciate our business, and
we're good
appreciate
patrons.
Their service.
Yes, there you go.
That's what I look at.
Yeah.
We are here today to talk to you about how to Polish your Thanksgiving.
Yes, which I was hesitant on when we first moved here.
When we got married as well.
That's a true statement.
We don't Polish our Thanksgiving.
No, because there's tradition. There's tradition. And it starts off with things coming out of a box. Like box stuffing and mashed taters and the jellied, what is it? The cranberries in the can. And so when you shake it out, it stays in the can shape. You know what I'm talking about.
You're not doing your Thanksgiving justice.
Well, so I've been told. And so I have bent, and now she makes all the stuffing scratch, and it's amazing. She makes her cranberry sauce, which is amazing. And
a little orange zest.
And she even made, and she snuck this in one year, was the beet and...
Oh, that's awesome. Actually, it's not a Polish recipe, but it's
no, it's an Aja recipe, though.
It's a... No, I think I found it online somewhere.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. It's diced red beets and diced sweet potatoes and caramelized onion, and you bake it all together with spices and...
But it's very Polish flavors.
It is.
You know?
And I make it every year now.
And I love it.
Okay, but here is a list of strict classic Polish dishes that I think you could Polish your Thanksgiving with. And number one, can you see?
Number one is Polish cabbage and mushrooms.
So this
or kapusta z grzybami.
Kapusta z grzybami.
Grzybami.
This is a dish that is normally prepared in Poland for Christmas. It's a vegetarian dish. It has wild mushrooms in it. Asterisks here, don't serve wild mushrooms to children.
No.
You can substitute wild mushrooms with just regular button mushrooms or
baby bellas
or chanterelles, whatever fresh mushrooms you can get at the store. But it's a nice kind of fall dish that can kind of bring another kind of unusual flavor to the dishes that you're making for your Thanksgiving.
It complements the flavors already.
Dish
number two. or
Dwa.
dwa po polsku, is this, and this is something that I find very interesting. Pumpkin potato dumplings or kopytka dyniowe. Tak? Co to jest?
Pumpkin kopytka, pumpkin potato dumplings, is something that I kind of invented.
Oh yeah?
I'm an inventor
Ooh.
on top of, everything else. But I substituted part of the liquidy components of the dish with pumpkin puree to make these gorgeous orange kind of pumpkin looking dumplings. And who doesn't like dumplings?
Everybody likes dumplings.
And you have to serve dumplings with meat and sauce, so ta-da.
Yeah. All right.
Number
Trzy. Depending on where you're from, it's trzy or trzy or trzy or. Did you do it this way? Okay. Or trzy. I don't know.
Kładzione, which are drop noodles. And get this is actually quite interesting. This is #1 recipe on my blog
Drop
of
noodles?
all times.
Really?
Yes.
Not gołąbki or
No.
kapusta or drop noodles,
Drop
huh?
dumplings.
All right.
And so this is a dumpling that's just made with flour and water and egg mixture, kind of a loose dough that you spoon onto boiling water. And they can be quite doughy, but the recipe that I have, I think, brings kind of a balance between the water and flour, so they're not super clumpy.
Right.
And pour some sauce over that.
Oh yeah, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
I'm all about it. No duty about it. I'm all about it.
And just by the way, I'm posting a link in the description of this video that will take you to a blog post on my page, PolishYourKitchen.com, and it will list all of these recipes, and you can just click on each of them and you can prepare them for your Thanksgiving.
So
coming up.
every single one of these will either have the recipe or the video, right?
Yep.
On how to do it. Okay. Numer 4
Tell me.
is Polish fried beets.
I love this recipe. So I call this either fried beets or creamed beets, and this is where you cook your beets ahead of time, and then you will shred them on the knuckle shredder. This is the shredder that will take your knuckles off, the finest one. And then you put cream and butter, and you make a roux, and they kind of become this creamy goodness. It's my grandma's recipe. It's absolutely to die for. And you can make it ahead of time, and then just reheat it right before serving.
This one's very Polish.
Perfect balance of sweet and
It is.
sour and creamy.
It is. Moving on. Number 5
Numer 5.
is Polish braised red cabbage with raspberries. This is another very Polish thing, but the flavors are uniquely awesome because of the raspberries in with the beets.
Cabbage.
I mean cabbage rather, not the beets, cabbage.
And so yeah, this dish is also kind of a creamy cabbage, and I cook it so the cabbage has a tiny bit of crunch in it,
Uh-huh.
and we serve it a lot with kind of rich dishes like duck or goose,
Yes, that's where I've had it with duck
and I think this
and
is
goose. Quack and honk, right?
this is I think an excellent addition to a turkey dinner.
I agree.
Sure.
Numer 6.
6.
Okay, so buttered string beans. Simple, wonderful, flavorful.
Tell us about that one.
So you take string beans. You usually get the yellow wax beans, right? Type of
Or the
things.
green beans,
Or the
yeah.
green beans, but I'm just saying what you normally do, right? Then you boil them, right? And then once they get al dente, or a little south of that, then you put melted butter and breadcrumbs on it. But you take the breadcrumbs and you toast them, and then you melt the butter in with the toasted breadcrumbs, correct?
Yeah.
And then pour that over.
Yeah.
And then you just nom.
Yes.
It's really good. It's really simple.
I chose this dish because I know that Americans like to serve green beans at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but that's green bean casserole.
I know it's not casserole, but maybe someone is can't have mushrooms or whatever.
That's true, or the milk that goes inside of it or whatever.
You can
So
substitute,
okay,
you know, butter for oil
I can see
and
that.
then make that instead.
I can see.
Super delicious. Number
Siedem.
7.
We got fried cabbage or kapusta zasmażana. I like to say kapusta zamrażarka,
Zamrażarka means freezer.
but it's funner to say than zasmażana. Like mikrofalówka. That's microwave.
This dish is kind of similar to the red cabbage dish, but I think Americans like to call this dish sweet and sour cabbage. And we prepared a lot in the spring because, like, we like to make it from new cabbage, meaning when it's just starting to be in season, it's super dark and green. And then we make a roux, buttery roux to go with it and kind of makes it creamy. And then we put a bunch of dill in it that brings a little bit more freshness to it.
What brings the kosh?
The kvass, the kwaśny flavor comes from vinegar.
It's really good. It's really good. Like the sharpness of the vinegar is not very sharp at all, but it brings a, I don't know, a little kick in
Yeah,
it.
all of the combination together kind of works. Ooh, and it's got bacon bits in it.
Oh yeah, it does
Can't go
hurt.
wrong with that.
Grandpa Herning used to talk about what vinegar could do for beans. It could take the snap out of the beans, if you know what I mean. I think it does the same for kapusta. So it won't be so explosive in your household, maybe, if you have
I don't like explosions.
no explosions.
Stop it.
Okay, number 8.
Number 8 is buckwheat and twaróg, buckwheat and farmer's cheese pierogi.
Another very serious Polish dish.
This is super Polish. And so you cook up buckwheat and then you mix it with delicious things that are totally unusual for foreigners. This is not a filling that I probably haven't seen anywhere outside Poland.
No.
And you can make it ahead of time as well.
Which I recommend doing and then tasting it to see if you like it. I'm not saying it's not a bad recipe. I'm just saying buckwheat is controversial.
Controversial.
I'm not a fan of buckwheat, but
I love this. This filling is maybe in my top 3 of pierogi
Really?
fillings. Yes.
it's not even in my. I don't even want it. But hey, you know, there's a lot of things I don't care for that other people think are fantastic, like anything that swims. Okay,
Moving
so
on, number 9.
number 9, dziewięć, is cabbage and dumplings, or wasanki z kapustą.
So this dish is also known as haluszki, which is our southern neighbors, Czech and Slovakians, name for this dish. So it's cabbage prepared kind of in a similar way as the sweet and sour cabbage, and then you add a homemade dumpling to it. Or I've seen people just add noodles, like egg noodles to it. And you mix it all together. It's wonderful, it's delicious, nice and hearty kind of fall dish.
Yeah, I like
Also can be made ahead of time.
it.
Is a big bonus in my book as far as Thanksgiving cooking.
Yeah, being able to prepare things beforehand. Like we're anticipating. We do a Thanksgiving dinner every year for people over here in Poland. They have been introduced to flavors that they have never had before, and bar none, everyone has adored it. Oh, except for Babcia Stasia. She didn't like the pumpkin pie.
And she did not. She did not have to say anything. Her face.
Funniest face. I'll never forget. It was like,
But like you have to keep the smile.
yeah, I can't even do it how she did it, but she did not like pumpkin pie. Anyway, moving along. Number 10. 10. Number 10 is Polish peas and carrots. Not a tricky one.
Not a tricky one. Pretty mainstream, I would say. I added this dish to the list because I think it kind of reminded me of what green bean casserole consistency of green bean casserole.
It's the consistency.
Sauciness and like I associate Thanksgiving with kind of saucy saucy dinner.
Yeah, I mean, you got gravy, you got the green bean casserole,
Yeah.
and all those things. Yeah, of course. Like, well, turkey winds up being the least eaten thing on our table. Like, we make a wonderful turkey, and it's delicious and everything, but the sides really wind up being the stars. And I don't know if comment below if it winds up being the sides in your house that is the star or not. Numer 11.
11.
Polish veggie salad, sałatka jarzynowa.
Okay, so this is a queen as far as salads go for holidays.
True statement.
So this is a mixture of root vegetables boiled up with an addition of boiled eggs and pickles and some herbs and what else goes in
It's
it?
like a potato
An
salad.
apple. It's like a potato salad on steroids.
And it's ubiquitous. It's on every single
Yeah.
occasion. You're going to see this in Poland. Easter, Christmas, everywhere. Birthdays, everything.
Yeah.
Ooh, breakfast. Number, you have to help me with this one.
12.
I don't have enough fingers. 12. Okay, number 12 is potato babka. What is a babka?
So potato babka, I think, is a good addition to your Thanksgiving dinner because, again, it can be prepared ahead of time, and it's a kind of a bread or cake, I guess more of a cake,
Yeah.
made from a mixture of potatoes and onions, and then you bake it, and then you can slice it nicely and grill it
Fry it.
or fry it.
Fry it in butter.
Yeah, super delicious.
It's really good. It's dense, it's wonderful, it's everything you want it to be.
Yeah,
It's really good.
potatoes, so you can't go wrong.
No, and you can't go wrong. And even if you don't use it for Thanksgiving, make it and use it for breakfast instead of hash browns. It's amazing.
What you said.
I don't know. I'm a genius. Okay.
Or you can make a potato babka sandwich with turkey leftovers.
And then some gravy on there.
Yeah.
Like in Friends, the perfect sandwich afterwards that Ross got
Yeah.
taken. Okay, anyway. Okay. Ooh, I like this one. 13.
13.
13. Onion rolls.
So onion rolls, you're making bread rolls for dinner anyway.
Sure are.
And this is just gonna elevate your rolls. So you make a yeast dough that has to rise, and then you put onions on top of it, mixed with poppy seeds, and then you bake them. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're delicious. You will eat them over and over again.
And they're fantastic. 14. 14. No, that's. I don't have enough fingers. Okay, anyway, 14. Stewed pears or compote. Gruszkowy.
Yeah, so I added this dish because you need to be drinking something
Yes.
other than red wine or white wine.
Or whatever beverage you choose.
This is just pears cooked up with a little bit of sugar, and it makes a nice kind of, we call it compote in Polish, but add a little bit of cinnamon and what do you call those little goździki? The little flower-looking spice that you put in the pumpkin.
Star anise.
No.
No?
Goździki.
Oh, goździki.
Yeah, that. English words.
That'll appear down there.
And it's nice and aromatic and kind of fall flavors. And it's super delicious. You can serve it hot or cold.
Perfect.
Next.
Okay. And finally, the last but definitely not least, 15, number 15 is gingerbread, Polish gingerbread.
Piernick. And I have a recipe for this delicious piernick that is covered in kind of a chocolate ganache. And it's sliced in half long way, and then we put jam inside. We put plum or whatever your favorite one is, or you can even do cranberry.
Cranberry.
And then you cover it with chocolate. And it's super delicious.
Perfect.
And who doesn't like gingerbread at Thanksgiving?
Perfect.
I believe I had some bonuses on there to mention. Bonus number 1, apple cake. Because it's Thanksgiving. I mean,
Instead of apple pie, try this apple cake. Check it out.
this apple cake.
Crispy, crusty, flaky crust.
Oh,
It's just fantastic.
it's just amazing.
It's just fantastic.
It's my grandma's recipe. It's absolutely to die for.
Fantastic.
First time I made it after her passing, I cried. I cried.
She did.
Because this is how
And then our daughter started crying.
flavors are
and-
connected
yeah.
to everything. So.
Yeah, her eyes get instantly bloodshot red, and that's like, boom, Stasha's here. Yeah, and that's okay. There it goes.
No, it's not. Stop it.
Okay, and the last one, bigos.
Because come on.
It's hunter stew. It's fantastic.
Again, this is another queen of the party.
Yes.
And it's served at every occasion that you have a
All over the place. And there's vegetarian versions and there's meat versions. So
There's wild meat
whatever you want,
versions.
you can do.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. And now,
There you go.
so what's going on with your book?
Oh yeah. I'm sure you guys are wondering. Book is fully funded.
Thank you
Thanks to
so
you.
much for everybody's help.
We have a couple of our donors, gracious donors that would like to mention today. Wendy Taylor,
Thank you so much.
Sharon Gardner,
Thank you so much. Jim and Trina Baltzall Gothier, I love you guys. Thank you so much for your
you.
help. Tim Kazabucky. And go ahead.
Maciej Kurzewski, and the family. We appreciate your donations. We couldn't have done it without you. The book is progressing as planned. There's a little bit of a delay with printing due to COVID.
Yeah.
There's some delays, but we're keeping on track, and we're gonna keep you posted.
There are more shout outs coming. There are so many people that helped us. But you guys all help us just by watching, by giving us the thumbs up, by enjoying
Give
our
us-
video
give
and
us a click on the thumbs
Yeah, giving us good comments and good vibes. We just appreciate you all, everybody that watches the channel. Thank you so very much.
Let us know in the comments below which Polish dish you're gonna be making for your Thanksgiving. We wanna know.
I do.
I hope it's the buckwheat pierogi.
Yeah.
That's our episode, friends.
Thanks for tagging along again.
Go to PolishYourKitchen.com and check out all the recipes and all the videos, and come see us again. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Do widzenia.
It's
Today
Try it again.
No, just keep going.
Okay. Shh. Okay.
Can be. It's two sides. It's the. Never mind. Cut that out.
What is it?
It's cheesecake with peanut butter in my mouth.
Oh, no, that's what you're eating right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's wait a 2nd. Okay. I can't have that.
So